to subscribe, like, click on the notification button. All right. So I'm in the shop today. I came to visit again, and as work they do now, we keep moving from one place to another to just earn a living. All right. So I said, let me come do some live direct. So as you can see that we have varieties, a lot of product in here. All right. And I must let you know that in case you want to buy original, any of the product you want to buy original, you can you can always count on us. All these products they have fake, a lot of fake. All right. And this is what I've been doing for years. I've been selling all these products for years. So you should know that people patronizing us, that is because they know that we have the original. All right. So now today what we'll be looking at some of the whitening tubes that one can really use, because a lot of people they be using tube to premix their products. So they asked me that can they be using tube, and I told them before now, I said if you want to use tube, please use tube that you know that is safe. That is what you can use. If you're using tube, use tube that you know that is safe. Not all tube are safe. All right. Couple with the fact that we all know that some of the tube, a lot of the tube, you see, they are all steroid. Okay. Yes, the reason why being they make them is for one or two reason, and one of the reason is that for those of us who will be using all this tube, know this, that one of the reason is that when you are using a tube, you are made for some certain ailments, and all these tube you are using, they are made for certain ailments that after using them 1, 2, 3 days, then you stop them, like you see the result. You can go to the pharmacy or go to anywhere and they prescribe a tube for you that go use so tube and it will work. All right. Go use so tube to lighten up so thing. That's the more reason. You having a dot on your face. Go and use so tube to lighten up that dot. All right, getting there now, you use the tube. Oh, it's better that you can just use it, keep using it. So that's more reason people will be using them. But they are all steroids. So, quick one. The number one tube we'll be looking at is this Koji Clear. All right, so if you want to get original one, you can also count on us. Make sure you shout us up via the number on the screen you're seeing right now. All right, I just pinned a number below now you can use to contact us. So for those of us who will be using tube, like we believe that we can't do without tube, like as I said, you should be mindful of the tubes you use. So apparently this is one of the tube I will recommend for you. The reason why is because Koji Clear tie with that number way back when I used to use tube, because I was once like you. I do use tube. All right, I use Koji Clear all the time. Then way back, that should be like 4 years thereabouts or 5 years ago. I do use tube, and Koji Clear was one of the best tube. All right, Koji Clear was one of the best tube I used those days, and the result that comes out of this is massive. Not everybody like it anyway, but for those who use it, the result is massive. Is massive. There's a way you promise with it that you will see instant result. There's a way you promise with it, you will see instant result. The reason why, because is what is it called? It's original one. Then two again, it works. It's very active. If you want to compare this, like there's another tube. What was it? Do I have that one here? There's another tube they sell for about 4,000 to 5,000 naira. That tube, yeah, you can't compare that tube with this one. That one is glutathione. Those are baby white sets, or those are baby white tubes. You can't even compare that tube with this. Trust me, you can't even compare that tube with this, because that tube it just have a name. That's a baby white tube. This this is better than a baby white tube. So when you look into all this tube, the journey of a tube, you might see that, oh, because this one have names, there are some other ones I call them private tube. You know why? Because of their names. All right. Yeah, they are very, very luxurious. You can always use them, but you will not see results. All right. Yes, they are luxury tube, very luxury tube. You use them, you will not see result with big name, because the name is a selling product already. So When you use them, you don't work for it. But when you use this one, trust me, you will see result and no side effect. No side effect. If you be having white patches, it's not because this particular tube. Anyway, you understand? That should be because of some other additives. All right. But excess of it is bad. I told you this before. Okay. Up on the way back when I used this, I know that there are some people that say I have white patches. Don't use tube for me. That's way back. Yeah. But at the same time, when I use the tube for them, they said it's good. They like it. All right. So this is one of the good tube. Now this is another tube I want to show you. All right. This is another good tube also. This is very nice. Very nice. But how to mix it? How to activate it? Do you believe me that this tube how good it is? If you use it alone, it will not work. Oh God, retalk. For like when I mean to not work for those people who be think they prescribe this for me to use it and like I did use it but it didn't work. This is the reason because the name you see is still Koji Clear as the same as this. All right, it's the same product, the same company, but let me tell you, there are some additives that support some additive. That is it. There are some additives that support some additives. So when you're making product, when you're producing, when you're formulating, please have this idea that always have this idea that what am I going to use that will always support my other additives? Because now you would want to use Koji Clear, right? With skin framing, for instance. Where is the skin framing? You want to use this, all right? It will work. But how about if you use it like this? If you use this with this, all right? You see now, instead of you using this with this one, I would say you should use this with this one. So these are everything you see here. That's why I always tell you that you should always do a patch test. Do a patch test. You know, don't mind. Yes, they've taught you. They've given you the idea that this is how you're gonna do it, and this is how you're gonna do it. Just mix this plus this is. But I will advise you to always, do a patch test. All right, do a patch test. A patch test will give you the real result you want. Patch test give you the real result. This is how I do it. I do a patch test. After doing a patch test, then I give to people so that I can see the result. In as much I've confirmed, okay, I've checked the pH level. I think it's all right. I think it's all right. Okay, fine. All right. Then I give to people to use. When I give to people to use, after they use, now they cannot come and give me a result that, wow, Austin Global, that product you give to me, I think that is the real one. I think that is the real one. Or say, Global, that product you give to me is a no-go area. Please do not sell it to anybody. So like these people, they've helped you to give you past vital information so that you're not going to lose money. All right, just imagine they just after training, you did not do a patch test, and then before you know it, now you just join this and join that. You miss all what they told you, and you spend almost 1 to 2 million to produce all this, and none of them work. I've seen people like that. I've seen people, trust me. I've seen people in their, like where they show me their closet, where they keep their store, yeah? The things they have to be fast, the product they have is more than the product one can use to start new market, all right? So it is what it is. You should always consider the additive if they can be relatively work together. Check that out. Don't just say, listen, if you put this on the lotion, you put this on the lotion, you put this, yes, no side effect, yeah. But sometimes we know, most times, 80%. So you have to do your patch test. So we just said that. Now I want to show you another tube again. Now see this tube. You've seen this tube before. I've talked about it. Sarah, I don't know if you're online with us now because you're the person that make me doing this video now. The way you talk to me, I think is a nice one, and we're doing business together. And with all you've gotten, what I've sent for you, yeah, trust me. Just follow what I told you, yeah? Yes, you always get it right. So now, check this tube also. Somebody asked me, that's Sarah. Sarah asked me, yes, can you use this tube alone and it will work? Can you use this tube alone and it will work? And I said, yes, you can use this tube alone and it will work. If you can use this tube alone and it will work, if you know that it's working, then stick to it. But when you're using this tube, what about the other additives That's why you should come to school. What about the additives, the other additives you're using? There's an oil you will put to this tube will not even work. You add some type of oil to this tube will not even work. Now some of those oil, they are not lightening oil. Some of them, they are just moisturizing oil. All right. Now, even though you try to increase the percentage of this tube, that's why people get it wrong. And that is why they tell you tube is very, very dangerous also. This tube might not be lightening you, rather it will be damaging your skin. It is possible. The reason why, because you're trying to force the tube, and the dosage or the percentage of the tube, what they told you to use, the percentage of the tube you've used more than that. All right, before doctor or dermatologist tell you to use half of this tube, for instance, they say use half of this tube, or use 1% of this tube, for instance, they say use 1% of this tube, but because of you apply this to your oil and you're not seeing the results, so you want to use about 10%. All right, then you've gone against the rule of what? The rule of formulation. All right, so if I had to put this into my lotion, I would want to follow, what the exact percent, the dermatologist or whoever the doctor must have said, okay, use so percent. Even the hydroquinone, I told you this before, right now, yeah, that even hydroquinone that is being, too dangerous to people, they still sell it on the counter, yeah. And even when they sell it, they'll tell you use carefully, use 2% of it, and when you're using it, you must follow what you've been told. You must follow. So it is what it is. Just follow the instruction. You always get it right. So if you're using this tube and now you add it to some oils, that you should always know the oil you want to add it with. That will always help you also, so that it can also work. Because if you go use this tube with some other oil, if it's not lightning oil, trust me, you will use and use and use, you're not going to see the result. That is a lot of mistakes people with formulations go through there, but they do not know. They'll say, I've promised, I've done all this, I've paid this vendor, so Ahmad, he has taught me, she has taught me, everybody have taught me, the whole world have taught you, but it's not coming true for you. Yeah, you're not seeing the right result. That is because of some of the ingredient or additives you're using. So you have to work on your additives. So let me show you this lotion. Now I just want to talk about this lotion also, and if you want to premix it, what tube, for those of you, if you don't forget the tubes that you can use, the whitening tube that you can use, and they are safe. Now for instance, you want to premix this. Yeah, with a tube. What do you have to consider? All right. Now, if you want to promise these two things, first of all, like as I told you, you do your patch test. All right. I always want you to use a Fit Good oil. Yes, use the snail one. Yeah, yes, you can use that Fit Good oil, right? To add to it whenever you're promising it, then you will see result. The reason why I just told you about this now, that some of the oil you see, they are not. We have light oil and we have thick oil, and then again we have lightening oil and we have glowing oil. So these are the facts you need to consider. You don't just jump into skincare. The way you jump into skincare, that's how you're gonna jump out. Trust me. We have a lot of people that they be complaining this. So the way you jump in, that's how you jump out. Now let's go to treatment tube. Like as I told you, the reason why people use tube, and the whitening tube or not, treatment tubes or not, we have a lot of treatment tubes. So let's start with this Fumbat A, and the someone that I want to show you. Okay, these are non-lightning tubes. Let me show you this. You see, it's a triple action. This is the cream one. We have the gel type also. All right. Sometimes people who have most of reactions on their skin, face, who have pigmentations, they find it difficult to know the right product to use. That's number one thing. And now that you've noticed, okay, maybe somebody prescribed this for you to use. So now, should I use it to mix my lotion or my face cream? That is one question you failed to ask. You should always ask that question. That should I use it? Should I use it to mix my lotion or my face cream? Now some person that will say, okay, could go use it to mix your lotion or use it to mix your face cream. It is what it is. It's gonna work for you. Like I've tried it. So now okay, somebody told you he has tried it or she has tried it, go use it. Bam. That is the biggest mistake of you. Trust me. Like as I told you, told you before you do anything, always go for your patch test. Do your patch, very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. Do your patch test and see what you're supposed to do first. So if I'm you now, like I'm having a pigmentation that I really want to use any of this tube to clear out from my skin, and somebody, for instance, I was prescribed to use all of this tube, I will still do my patch test. I will not going to say, okay, because I've been told to use this, so let me just put all of them into my lotion on my face, percent of them. Yes, that is what I will do. I will take about 1% of them and apply to where I'm having that problem directly, right? So I will apply to where I'm having that problem directly to see if it will work. I'm going to use on myself before I'll give to other people. That is what I consider. I'm going to use it on myself whether it will work. And yes, I've used it and it worked. I used it for 3 days, it worked. Now I cannot boldly come out and talk to people about it that wow, this product is good. I use it and it worked. So people, you're not based you so people based on other people's facts. I won't I won't put my facts on that. I won't put my trust on that. Like somebody told me I used this and it actually worked. No, I should use this first before I sell it. So that is the patch test I've been telling you about. So first of all, you do your patch test and then go through that. When you see the result, now you can now beat your hand on your chest with 100% that okay, yes, I use this one works. So that's for those of you who love using tube. For those of you, so Sarah, have I answered your question? If that, let's move to the next question. Okay, if I use pimentos, what percent can I miss? Okay, if you're asking if you can mix the serum, yeah, exactly, yes, like this pimentos, yeah. Now, like we're being told that if you mix the serum together with this, you're gonna see. Let me bring the serum. We have two of the serum here. Where's the cap? Okay. Okay. Let me bring the serum. Hold on. Okay. Now, yeah, we've been told if you mix these two together properly that you will see result. Fine, you will see result, but will you be able to wait for that long for you to see the result? Sometimes waiting for that result it will be too long. So people, yours depend. Everybody have their own skin type. Yeah, me, I might use this for 3 months. Before I see result. Sometimes 2.5 months before I see result. Yeah. So person 6 months they will not see result. They will just it will keep instead of lightening their skin it will work very slow. Well, even when you mix this to this one also it will still work very slow. So my advice to you is that before you use it, you can just okay mix any of the activator together with it. If you have any of the activator, or you can get our activator, which is that blend for now, or you can get any of the activator. All right, mix it together with it. I prefer activator, not even serum, because the serum might even fail you. Sometimes the serum, it will yes, it will work, but slow. When I say it will fail you because you're expecting the speed of it, like you were expecting to work in 7 days. No, you're not going to work in 7 days because uh, if you want it to work in 7 days, at least you'll be adding an activator to it. That activator can speed can lighten your melanin very, very quick. All right. Then above that, you can add a little collagen to it. Yes, you can add a little collagen to it. So for those of us who say we react to collagen, I see no reason. Well, it can happen that you can react to collagen buff. You using dates with activator, add collagen to it, and also add any of the, moisturizing product to it, and good to go. Yeah. So if you and I told you this, if you need any of, we have originals. If you need any of, this serum, yeah, any of this serum, you can always get them from us. Original ones, not fake, not the ones that have backlog or back date of 2022 or 2023. No, we're talking about 2024 January. Okay, so we have product like that because a lot of people that's another problem for them also. So I think if I've come to the end of this review, meaning I'm still gonna show you one more thing before we go. Now I want to show you this for those of you who did ask if you can use this. I I kept it in here for since. If you can use this for your knuckle, please be careful for the knuckle products you use. Be careful for the knuckle product you use. Some of all these, they go contrary to what your expectation. All right, so please be careful. Instead of all that, I would want to meet the best vendor so far that you know you'll be buying products for, than you use and it works. Buy this product. Most of all this product, it's a long coming. It's a long time coming. You will use and use and use and use and use. All right. So it is what it is. So if you have any other question you want to ask us, fine. Other than that, I think we've come to the end of this beautiful review. I remain Austin, Global Cosmetic and Skincare. And if you want us to train you, you can also reach us via our numbers. Check on the YouTube, you can see our number, or meet us anywhere of the app. All right, it is what it is. So let me leave and go to the other shop and see what I can do better off for you for the day. I'm coming up with another video. Amazing video. All right, bye bye.